So yeah, I wanted to first say thank you guys for coming in. I promise, my goal is always to be efficient. So that's why I'm like starting on time, but also I value everybody's time. And so I appreciate you guys even just coming in on your Friday evening. I'm sure there were a million other things you could be doing, but obviously y'all are here, and that says a lot about just, where you probably are in your career and life, and some of the things that you are trying to get to, and some of this information that we'll be sharing tonight, I hope is beneficial for you. And I'm a very connecting type of person, so I like to have these type of interactions. I don't do a lot of these Zooms that's like more publicly. I only reserve that for like students and dancers that within my community, and obviously that's done in our program. But I wanted to do something that I could introduce not just the announcement of the agency, but also a little bit more information about me, about the program, about my studio, and just any questions that you may have had and have been dying to ask, or that you are just inquiring. Let me just pin myself really quick, sorry, because I feel like I'm talking to everybody. That you may have had previously or in the past, and you have a few questions, and this is the perfect time to get them answered. So without prolonging, I definitely want to just go ahead and jump in. I am going to make this webinar Q&A accessible to whomever wants to view it later, because I know it's kind of like last minute, and schedules, and a lot of people may not have been available to actually come into this live. And this is going to be a lot of great information that I want to share with you all, obviously, that are here, but also people that has not had opportunity to come in contact with me, or even to have this type of interaction on a personal interaction level. So I will have this accessible. I am on live right now on Kiki Castings. If you are watching this on the live on Kiki Castings, you can actually click the link that's in the bio, and you can actually join what they will be seeing on the Zoom. If you are on the live and you're watching this now or later, you won't be able to see what we're doing. So if you want to jump in this conversation in this Zoom, just click the link in this bio, or you can actually comment, I think KK Talent, and you should receive a link in your bio. I'm sorry, in your DMs. And if not, just click the link in the bio and you should slide in. Hopefully it won't be, I don't think it's going to be at capacity, so you should be good. And I'll let you into the Zoom. All right, cool. So if I'm not looking this way, it's because I'm looking at a bunch of people on my computer. So don't take it personally. All right, cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And again, if you're just coming in, just hop into the chat really quick and just let me know where you're from, or where you are currently, and or if you plan on going somewhere else, where you plan on going. All right, cool. And one more question, just really quickly in the chat. Can you type in if you are here because you've heard about KK Talent? Just say yes, yes, yes. Or you heard, I don't know, you're like, I don't know what I'm here for. I'm just here. I just saw you say you on Zoom, and I clicked the link. I don't know what's going on, so I'm just here. That's great too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. All right. I just want to, what I'm saying? I don't want to assume everybody know what's going on, but I will definitely make sure everybody's informed. So the goal today is I will try to be as I gave myself 8 minutes, and we at Perk 7:38. This is my little intro, and then we'll get started. And of course, this will be informational and a Q&A. So you will be able to ask certain things that you've been dying to ask. And, I will try my best to, have us in a timely manner. I know sometimes, I'm a little, I get a little long-winded, but I promised myself I wouldn't do that tonight. So cool. All right. So let me there will be people coming in at the same time, so let me figure out how to do this. All right, cool. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys. But if you can see everything, we should be good. So this is Kiki Casting's Talent Brand Agency. This is a live webinar, Q&A as well. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and get into it. Hey y'all, my name is Kiki Eli. I am owner and now agent. I think I've added another title to myself, which I don't know why I did that, but you know, we're here. So today's discussion basically is a live informational about KK Talent Brand Agency Atlanta. And this is a quick little overview of what we will be covering about KK Agency and why I started it, just background on me and, you know, the studio, and I'm letting people in as sorry if I kind of pause. Background on the studio myself and Kiki Cousins Entertainment. And I wanted to do that obviously because I don't ever want anybody, I don't want to ever assume anybody knows me personally or knows about me or my background. So I think it's important for you to be familiar with, you know, who's talking to you and who you're interacting with and engaging with. Reasons why you are here. We will definitely be covering that. Industry opportunities for dancers and creatives. We'll be touching over that. I'm going to actually talk to you guys about non-proven methods to expand your career. And that is in all lanes, not just as a dancer. And criteria and the prerequisite to submit for KK Talent Brand Agency, and how to start your career now and not later. And then we'll do Q&A. So like I said, I'm going to try to cover this as much in depth as possible. And also remember that this is going to be recorded. So if there's something you like, well, I can't remember what you said about something, you know, this will be accessible for you to view, especially if you are in the live. I will be actually being able to email you what we actually talked about tonight. All right, cool. So about us, about KK Talent Brand Agency, it was established officially in 2024, but I can honestly say it's been in existence since 2011. And I say that because what I'm doing now, I've been doing forever, feels like, but I've been doing it in some capacity, one way or the other, since 2011, which was when I actually moved back to Atlanta. As a choreographer, I've always been a mentor, coach, agent, manager, casting director, and teacher for over 13 years. As a professional dancer, I've been in the industry since 2000 and have been signed to top talent agencies from LA and Atlanta. I wanted to create a community of professional dancers that are not just seeking work and employment. I wanted dancers that also wanted education, information, opportunities, and mentorship to guide in their careers as a professional in the industry. And KK Talent Brand Agency focuses not only on dance, but also all lanes of the industry, including content creation, social media, and brand partnerships. So why I officially started an agency? I've been asking myself that for the last 6 months, but here we are. I care. I'm just pretty much that's what it is. I care about you and your career long term. I think more so long term is the key word there. I do care about how you start, how you in between, and then how you finish. Not even finish, but just like the length of it. I think that there is something to seeing something from the beginning and seeing it like even in the middle and seeing it reach milestones. Like there's something there that's super gratifying for me. So that's why I started it. Everything I've been doing a lot of times is in the initial beginning of careers with dancers. And so, you know, sometimes I don't really see all of the things or experience all the things while it's happening. And I was like, well, I want to create a way to do that. So that's why I did it. And I said, if not me, who? And if not now, when? And that's just been a question I have been asking myself, honestly, for years, not just this year. And I knew that that was something that was within me, but I had to kind of wait until I was like, okay, I'm ready. And here we are. There is so much misinformation and mistakes being made with dancers, learning as they go. And I wanted to just shave some of the wasted time and money. There are a lot of dancers that are working, but I do know that there are a lot of things that are happening within a job or within, a process, and it would not be that way if that dancer either didn't have the correct misinformation, or there was some type of guidance there, or there's some type of space and foundation that was laid prior to. So there can be a an in-between phase that I think that dancers really need when they start working and when they're working. There's still this learning curve and process that's important. So I wanted to make sure to be able to offer something like that. Because I've been doing this for over 23 years and still actively working in the industry. There is a thing that I feel is, I would say, a plus of being able to currently be in the industry, meaning I'm actually working on a job and working on sets or working with the artists or doing the things that dancers are trying to book or booking, and having that type of experience to be able to relay or to convey or to guide a dancer while they are actually doing that process. So it's not something that I am assuming how it goes. I can actually speak from a place of experience and presently doing it while pursuing dancers careers. I am the voice of the underdogs. I think for me, honestly, y'all, as a dancer, I felt like I was always the underdog. I was like, man, somebody got to see me. I'm out here. I always felt like I was like, I can do this, or I just need my chance, or, I just want the opportunity. And for the longest, I've always felt I was that type of leader, or just, someone that was connected to the industry in that way, and still am. I consider myself an underdog in all realms, honestly, but I do relate, and I connect to dancers that feel that, so I understand that hunger and desire to be seen, to be heard, to be noticed, to be discovered, and all of the things. So, I'm like, well, I want to be that voice for those dancers. You having support to connect you to opportunities that may not be available to you directly is invaluable. And that is just basically, for me, over the past 23 years. It's been a long time. 23 years, I think the relationships that I've been able to curate, the connections, the work that I've done. I mean, I can just be honest, the work that I've done in the length of the time that I've done it, I've been able to provide those type of relationships and build those connections. And then why not be able to offer that to a group of dancers that may not necessarily have been able to get that directly? It might be not to say that it would never happen, but let's maybe make it happen sooner. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my way of this is kind of why I wanted to do it, and being able to use those resources as well. Having a hands-on approach to pushing dancers to the greatest potential to set them up for success. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. I think a hands-on approach for me is really being able to connect with clients and dancers and students that are in the community or in the agency, and really pushing them, to their greatest potential. And some of that, although yes, you may be an amazing dancer, there's so many other elements of you that you have not even touched yet, that I want to be able to help push and facilitate in some way, form, or fashion. Outside of what you're already great at, there may be other things that you're like, man, I could really be better in social media. I could really be better, with networking, whatever. Let's figure out those things, and let's push you to those different spaces. And then I was a dancer first, so I understand all aspects of the business, period. I literally started from the bottom. Now we're here. I get it. Okay. I know the struggle. I know the feelings. Been there, been there. Okay. I understand. So dance is my first passion. Always dance has never gone away, even transitioning into choreography, transitioning into creative direction, artist development, all of that. Like dance has been like the forefront, and it will never leave. So I was there first, and I understand that journey and what it took to get to the different places that I was trying to go. So that's why I started it. Who am I? I know I be like, look, you know what I'm saying? I don't expect everybody to know who I am, but I'm gonna tell you, okay? My name is Kiki Eli. I've been in the entertainment industry for over 23 years. I've had a tremendous amount of success in the industry as a professional dancer and choreographer. I've danced for top-selling platinum artists such as Christina Aguilera, Sierra, Usher, Neo, Mariah Carey, Miss Yelly, Ashanti, Christina Milian, Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Luke Valentine, Ludacris, John Legend, and many more artists. And I just want to do a little quick little collage for you to just, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these are not a lot. All of these are me as a dancer. Let me be clear. All of these are me as a dancer. The only thing on here that I have choreographed was when I did Drumline. That was working with Nick Cannon and Zoe. But everything else on here, that's me as a dancer, working with all these different artists. And obviously, some of these are current now. Like that lets you know what I'm saying? This was like, y'all, I started my dancing career in 2002. Okay. And some of these people are on tour as we speak. Yes. So that lets you know how long this thing can go if you wanted to. I've danced in or choreographed over 150 films and TV shows, including Drumline 1 and 2, Stomp Yard 1 and 2, Step Up, High Water 3 seasons of that. I did Step Sisters, Greenleaf 2 seasons, Boomerang, Dance Flick, The Quad, Sweet Magnolias 2 seasons, BMF 2 seasons, Them, Swarm, Doom Patrol 2 seasons, Tyler Perry's Medea, Homecoming, and so much more. I currently actually have 3 feature films that have not been released that's coming out this year. And as you can see, like I love the industry. I love being on set. I love working in television and film, especially. I just love creating. I love storytelling. I like bringing visions to life. I love being able to work with dancers on different projects and just, from beginning to end. I just really enjoy this process, and it's something that I do not like take for granted ever, ever. Every job I work on, I'm like incredibly grateful for it. And I think that, it just lets the idea of what we do technically for a living, but like what we love is possible. There's so many avenues and lanes that you can go in, and it's sometimes it's just that you just don't know. And for me, that was like the biggest thing, is just not knowing. And I wanted to kind of just reintroduce different ways for dancers to really pursue the career. So I am a member of SAG-AFTRA Union and Choreographers Guild in Los Angeles. I lived in LA for over 10 years in my career as a dancer. And then I moved back to my hometown of Atlanta in 2011. And since then, I've been more focused, obviously, on choreography, creative direction, music directing, music video directing, let me be clear, artist development, and career coaching for dancers. And this is just a little quick snapshot of some of those scenarios. And I love it all. Like, I can't really say what is I do more of. Honestly, it is seasonal. Sometimes it's like, hey, I'm really loving being on set, or this is the season I really love working with artists, or this is the season I really like my program, or I'm trying to direct the video. So it all varies, but at the end of the day, it's somehow connected to me through passion, and dance really is always at the forefront. What is Kiki Castings Entertainment? So a little bit over 2 years ago, I started Kiki Castings Entertainment, which was basically a full service entertainment company that's based in Atlanta, Georgia. And I specialize in commercial dance, choreography, creative direction, and directing for music videos, live shows, tours, television, film, commercials, and social media. And really that was the base of why I wanted to like put it into a structural space of what I was already doing. My mission has always been to, I knew I was supposed to connect to the world through dance and music, and I knew I was supposed to be on stages around the world dancing on television and films, and I knew my purpose was to inspire others to fulfill their dreams through the entertainment industry. I think there is sometimes a stigma in light of this week, especially, if you're not privy to, some of the things that dancers go through in the entertainment industry, it's a lot. And there is a stigma that comes with, it's impossible, or it's like, it's no way to do the thing that you say you love or you dream about in the entertainment industry. And I know that that was not true. I know that, with my whole heart, that that's the furthest thing from the truth. I've literally lived out my biggest dreams working in the entertainment industry. And so you can't sit here and tell me that there's no way I can fulfill my dreams working in the entertainment. Like it's not a real thing. So my goal was to spread that news and energy and information to dancers that may feel like this is impossible. This is not a real thing. I don't know what you're talking about. I gotta stay safe and go do this over here. And so that's why I started Kiki Cousins Entertainment. And then from there, it kind of just grew legs. So you may be familiar with my company, Kiki Cousins Entertainment, that I started in 2022, focused on career development of dancers. I coach dancers in all lanes of the industry, including rehearsals, auditions, music videos, live shows, tours, commercials, social media, and entrepreneurship. Since its inception, I've worked with over 120 dancers in my career coaching program. Kiki Cousins Entertainment also provides services and choreography and creative direction for projects in TV and film, commercials, artists, and so much more. So I started my career coaching program in 2022. And these are just some of the students and testimonials that actually did that program. And this is not even close to them all, but that was just so you get an idea of what and who has been a part of it. And these are actually some of the projects as of recent that some of them have been able to work on or that got booked for. And this was actually literally within the last 2 years, if that, of dancers that were either in the program or had just finished or not even in there yet, and able to work on these projects. And these are all projects that were through me and relationships. Now, there were tons of other jobs and projects that a lot of dancers have worked on that were not from me, but it was also a way for dancers to see themselves beyond where they were currently and actually experiencing success and opportunity after finishing the program. So sometimes it was just like, this happening right now, but these are some of the jobs that are currently going on. Then I don't know. Last year I decided the craziness to open up a studio. So what is Kiki Cousins Entertainment Studios? It is a 3,500 square foot production space in Atlanta. It provides a unique and dynamic space for creatives, dancers, choreographers, artists, actors, videographers, photographers, editors, and content creators to develop their skills and showcase their talents. It features a white site, black site, green screen site wall. It has a private dance studio, photography space, podcast, self-tape studio, and editing station and lounge area. And so I purposely put this over here because a lot of you guys don't know. A lot of you may have just seen the studio and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, studio. But this just happened a year ago. Matter of fact, I'll say April of 2023, it was looking like this. Yeah. So in the course of a year and some change, we have built out psych walls. We have, a private dance studio, And we are still obviously building out in regards to just some of the amenities that we do want to offer with like the podcast and self-tape studio, editing station. And the reason why I did want to have a studio, one, because I'm always like doing something. So I just needed a space to be able to create. That was like my main like mission. I was like, I have to create, but I really want to do it in my own space, and I got to figure out how to do it. And so I stepped out on faith and just really was just obedient to what I knew God was asking me to do, and putting that, that was a lot to decide, but I was like, I'm gonna do it. I need to do it. I got to do it. But basically, the studio aims to bring together a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about their craft and looking for supportive and collaborative environment to grow and thrive. At Kiki Casting Studios, we are committed to fostering supportive and collaborative environment for artists. Our mission is to empower creators by providing them with the resources, space, and inspiration they need to bring their visions to life. And we believe in nurturing talent and facilitating artistic growth through a welcoming and inclusive atmosphere. So the studio is in Atlanta. Even if that is something that you are like, yes, I want to create, I want to shoot, I want to rehearse, I want to whatever, like the space is for that. And that's the website as well. You can definitely go check it out if you want to. If you're ever in Atlanta, you want to rent out the space. We have super discounted rates, and the cool thing about it is when you do it, you are actually, most of the time it's just you, so you have the entire space to utilize. But more importantly, the purpose of this type of space. Let me just go back really quick. The purpose of this type of space is for you to create, right? And so, I wanted something that was more on the production side. One, because I want you to get used to being on a production, and I want you to get used to being on set. And so that's what we create in the space. We create a set for you when you are shooting or when you getting that feeling. So that's why we have the white side green screen, black side walls. And of course the dance studio space is, the base is always going to be dance. So you have that space as well to create. So that is Kiki Casting Studios. And I know I touched on Kiki Casting's entertainment. Okay, so top 7 reasons why you are here. Really quickly in the chat, I just want you to type reason numbers of why you are here. Okay, reason number 1, you are a professional unsigned dancer, creative, looking for representation. That could be your reason you're here. Reason number 2, you are struggling to become a working dancer in the industry and looking for representation. Reason number 3, you are transitioning from like a part-time to full-time working dancer and need guidance. Reason number 4, you are struggling to make money as a professional dancer and need help. Reason number 5, you don't know a lot about the industry and have very little experience and want more information. Reason number 6, you are just starting and you want to know more about the industry. And reason number 7, you have worked with me personally, either on a job, let me one face up, sorry, either on a job in my coaching program or attended the room, my class, and or know of me, and you are ready to get to the next level in your career. So I'm just curious, put in the chat. Let me see if I can, I don't know if I can show the chat. Let me stop, because I do want to see this. Just put in the chat your reasons, numbers. Okay. Yeah, I definitely wanted to see this because, and it's okay if you don't even know yet, but it is important to be clear on what am I doing? Where am I in this process, in my journey, in my career, in my life? If everybody is never at the same pace, rate, coming in at the same time, but it is important for everybody to kind of know, where am I? You know what I'm saying? How do I see myself, where do I see myself, and figuring out where that is. Yeah, this is great. Yes, she said all of the above. I feel you. Okay, I see a lot of ones, fours, and sevens. Ones, fours, a lot. Yes. And if you guys don't already, please try to grab a pen and paper also so that you can write these numbers and notes down while we are talking about it. Okay, so just announce yeah. Oh, okay. Oh wait, sorry, let me go back. Okay, so a lot of ones, fours, you got personal down. Okay, set fours, you're struggling to make 7. Yes, okay. A lot of these students, a lot of y'all I've worked with personally and have done the program as well. And then I know a lot of dancers that are you're just, you're just trying to see where you are and trying to figure it out. That is perfectly okay. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go through this really fast because I do want to get to Q's and Q&As. But I want to go through really quick if you don't know what your opportunities are as a dancer and creative. Music videos, everybody has seen them, you love them, you watch them, you need to be in them. Okay, that's one way. Live shows. We just saw BET Awards, killing it. Tours. Hey, we know who all is on tour right now. We got Missy and Sierra and Busta and Tim. We got, man, we got so many tours out right now. So you know that's a way. If you didn't. Commercials. Y'all, I've seen so many commercials as of late that oh my God, they're just like so good. They got dancing in it. So we know that's a way. Social media, I mean, that is self-explanatory. That is a way. Television, yes, y'all have definitely watched some TV shows that had some dancing in it. And acting, of course. Films, yes, we have watched films and understand that there's opportunity in brand partnerships. Y'all see them. It's real. Dancepreneurship. Dancepreneurship is an opportunity. Okay, so I'm going to skim through this, and I'm going to skim through this because I just kind of want to make sure y'all actually are aware of what it is that's out here. Sometimes if you don't know, you don't know. You're like, oh my God, I had no idea. But I'm gonna share a little bit with you that you might not know. And if you don't know, it's fine. But I want to at least make you aware of what it is and what it can be and what the options are and the opportunities are for you. So these are 9 proven methods to expand your career as a professional dancer. Okay, 1, music videos, choreography and performance. Established dancers and choreographers can earn $500 to $2,000 per day. Working on 10 high-profile music videos annually could yield you $20,000, $50,000. That's just like, I just want y'all to just start thinking about the numbers and the math. If I was consistent and diligent and focused on like, okay, all I need to do is book a certain number of videos a year. A year. Y'all know there's a million artists. Okay, I'm not going to go into details. My students know how I am. Okay, contracts with major artists. Regular collaborations with top artists can provide contracts ranging from $50,000 to $100,000 per year. And when you think about that, I just want you to, in your mind, think about, if you were working with an artist that, multiple artists throughout the year, and they're always doing videos. Like, artists are always shooting videos because they have projects, singles dropping, albums dropping, they're promoting stuff, they're always shooting content because it's a partnership or collaboration they have with YouTube. Like, it's a lot, right? So they shooting. Okay, I need to be in the videos. Awesome. Live shows. We just witnessed, some that just happened. Concerts and stage performances. Performing in live shows and concerts typically pays $500 to $1,500 per show. Participating in 40 shows annually could bring in $20,000 to $60,000. And these are numbers. I just want you to just kind of get an idea of like why we say, there's a way to try to make a career out of it. You just have to know the information and how to be intentional about certain opportunities that are there for you. And then, of course, dance companies, being a part of a prestigious dance company. I talk about all dance, not just commercial, can offer salaries from $30,000 to $70,000. Okay. Tours, backup dancing for tours. Major artist tours can pay $1,000 to $2,500 per week or more. Or more. Plus per diem. Okay. So a 20-week tour could result in $20,000, $50,000. A 20-week tour. How many months is that? That ain't even a full year. Okay. Right. So in your mind, you're like, hey, I can try to book a tour. Like these are the rates and numbers. And again, it ranges obviously, but you know, there are tours that pay more than that. Actually, this is not even scale anymore. It's more than that. Conducting a personal dance workshop also is a tool. Like you can charge dancers. I'm just showing you guys ways of how you can make more money while pursuing your career. Doing workshops and working with dancers across the country is a way while you're on tour. Commercials, advertisement commercials, choreographing commercials can pay from $1,500 to $10,000 per project. Completing 5 projects a year could yield $7,500 to $50,000. So this is just to get an idea of like, oh, working on commercials. That's a typo. National commercial rates for principal performers range from $671 to $4,195 per day, with additional payments for things like residuals and overtime. And brand campaigns, long-term engagements might offer $10,000 and $30,000 annually, depending on campaign scope. And the residual amount of a dancer can make from a national commercial varies widely, depending on factors like terms of the contract, the frequency of the commercial airing, and the platform it's broadcasted on. On average, residuals for dancers, national commercials can range from a few hundred to several $1,000s per airing. And I'm showing you guys this because these are some of the things that, for me, even with having an agency, I want the dancers to understand what we're going after. So this is just numbers. I'm throwing out numbers because sometimes you don't know, and you can be in the dark for years. This is what is out here. Okay, we got next. What we got next? Okay. Social media. Content creation, successful dancers on YouTube, Instagram earn 1,000 to 10,000 monthly through ad sponsorship collaborations. And this is just showing you some ideas of how via social media, using that as a platform as well to create a stream of income for yourself. And we know social media is huge right now. Social media and commercials are pretty much one and the same in regard to just the opportunity, but social media is even bigger because there's so many brands. Television, working in TV and film provides dancers with great visibility and exposure to a wider audience, potentially leading to more opportunities and recognition. So being like, even as a choreographer, being on a series for TV, you can get paid $3,000 to $10,000 per episode, depending on how many days you're working, how long the series is, how many episodes you're doing, and that can obviously range. As you know, lengthier the television show is, the more opportunity is there for you to create more income. Movie choreography and performance. Film choreography can pay $10,000 to $5,000 per film, depending on the budget and involvement. Doing 2 to 3 films a year can result in $20,000 to $150,000. So when you're working on movies, like throughout the year, this is how you create more income. Stunt work for dancers can earn $1,000 to $5,000 per day, depending on what kind of stunts you're doing and what type of project it is that you're working on. Brand partnerships. Initial fee, let's say you got like a small brand that wants to work with you, the fees can range between $200 to $2,000, providing that's the starting point for negotiations. And then obviously endorsements as well is there for you, included with brand partnerships. And then collaborations, developing product lines and with brands might yield $10,000 to $50,000 annually in royalties and sales. So just so you get an idea, like brands now are a thing. You know, y'all seen dancers, huge choreographers that have brand partnerships with like huge brands. And now, you know, that is something that's there for us as well. Entrepreneurship. Merchandising, trade skills, other professional skill sets, selling branded merchandise services outside of dance that can provide additional $10,000 to $50,000 annually, meaning you create your own business. Entrepreneur. You are going to be an entrepreneur, regardless, whether you are dancing, choreographing, whatever, you are going to absolutely be an entrepreneur as well. So that's something that I'm really, really big on, especially in this last year, pushing dancers into that space as they pursue the career, because there's no like one or the other, it's together. So by combining these income streams, a professional dancer can easily reach and surpass 6 figures in annual earnings. For instance, music videos, like we said, that was 20,000, live shows, 40,000, tours, 40,000, commercials, 30,000, social media, 48,000, television, 50,000, films, 60,000, brand partnerships, 30,000. And let me go back. I wanted to point out, even with like commercials and television and film, that does not even include residuals. Doesn't even include it. We ain't even talking about that. So that is as well to be thought about. That's a whole nother conversation, but that is a part of the television film. So again, music videos, choreography, performance, dancers can earn significant income by choreographing or performing in the music videos for popular artists. These are all things that I cover as well, working with dancers, especially if you are going to be a part of the agency. Live shows, like I said, concerts, stage performances, award shows. It's great visibility, working with high profile clients and doing concerts, theatrical productions. There's more opportunity. It pretty much is like a domino effect. It kind of like you do one and then all of a sudden you're like doing them all. Which is the goal. Going on tour, backup dancing for tours, joining a tour as a backup dancer for a major artist can provide steady income over several months and years, including per diem allowances and travel expenses. So that's something that you want to think about. Commercials, again, advertisement for choreography, choreographing, performing in commercials can offer one time, but high paying gigs. And that some of those actually end up turning into long-term. I did this Dr. Pepper commercial with Smokey Robinson, and it's actually a B2K, ironically, commercial, but like those opportunities, they pop up, and when they do, they're great, great, great for dancers. Social media, I mean, there's no getting around it. Like I said, building a substantial following on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok allows dancers to monetize through ad revenue, sponsorships, and fan funding. And then even with like classes and stuff, there's a lot of stuff you all can do that's online that, maybe you never thought about because you've been so focused on this way of doing it. It's like, oh, this is the only way I can dance. Like, no, actually, I can do stuff online too, just to create my platform. This is something that's there for you. Television, as a professional dancer in television, you will also explore opportunities in acting. Yay, dancers are actors too. Oh, y'all, dancers are actors too. Dance doubles, stunt doubles, and or stand-ins for actors. Television opens up many doors to residual incomes and series regular. And as a choreographer, working as a choreographer or a featured dancer on TV shows can provide consistent income. TV has been my bread and butter literally for the last 10 years. Just being able to work on television has been such a great stepping stone for me as a choreographer. A lot of times being able to work with actors, totally different, obviously, than working with artists, but it is such a great way to get your foot in the door in working on sets, but also doing choreography that's beyond what you would typically think a choreographer is doing. Obviously, most choreographers are known for working with artists, but with television and film, there's a space there for you as a choreographer to create that you probably would never get a chance to do on an artist, simply because of the story, like what the show is about, what the writing is about. So television lends itself way more, to me, open as far as styles of dance. Like a lot of people think, oh my God, I only do hip hop. Like that's not TV and film. Most of the time, they're not even doing hip hop. They're doing some type of stylized lane of dance or genre of dance. And so just knowing that that's there for you is really encouraging. Film as well, movie choreography and choreographing or performing in films, especially in high budget productions, can be very lucrative because like I said about residuals. So principal performers in movies are a great way to build steady income at a very high day rate with changes and increases in SAG-AFTRA dancers' day and weekly rates. So like right now, you all are in the prime of opportunity in regard to just understanding rates and contracts. The rates have gone up for dancers through SAG-AFTRA. So like what I got paid as a dancer, y'all are like, I mean, it's almost double. It's like literally it's almost double. So just know like now is the time to get in because the rates are much better. Example would be before our rehearsal rates were a certain amount. Now the rehearsal rate for TV was this amount, and then the shoot rate was this for TV. Now they both the same, and the rehearsal is higher. You know what I'm saying? So now like the rates have gone up, and everything has gone up. So it's a good time. So just understand like that's there for you. Brand partnerships. Endorsements like partnering with dancewear brands, fitness brands, and other related products can offer substantial income through endorsement deals. And then collaborating on product lines such as dance shoes or apparel can provide additional revenue streams. You'll be surprised, like the endorsement, the collaborations with these brands and companies, they offer money to you and product, so you won't just be no, like they're going to give you money and they're going to give you the product. So understanding that that is a thing for you now. There is no, I'm not doing social media brand. Yes, you are. Like you're a dancer, you have opportunity to make money in this space. Yes, we are doing it. So a part of one of the things that I'm excited about with this agency as well is creating UGC creators. So you're not just a dancer, you are a content creator, digital creator. You will actually be collaborating with brands and creating, not just content, but like content that you're getting paid for. So like I said, getting booked by a brand. That is a thing now. We are not just getting booked by dancers. And then entrepreneurship, start your business. That's it. Like you are a brand, you are a star, you are an artist, you are all of the things. And so once you wrap your head around I am that, then everything else will kind of fall in place. So you are an entrepreneur. Like it's no getting around that. You are an entrepreneur. So I always ask myself, like, Kiki, why are you doing all this? And honestly, it is in me. It's something that I don't, I get emotional thinking about it. Oh my God. I don't take lightly. So I pride myself on just being active in the community, being a teacher, educator, a mentor, and I'm grateful for my career, but I also know like what it feels like. And so I've been able to be a part of a lot of dancers. Oh, and just seeing the impact and like where they're going is like, it makes me so happy. And so if I can like do that for more people, I'm going to. Oh God. So the criteria to submit for the agency is I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a lot, but it is. I'm sorry. But one, you just need to know and believe that you are a star. I think that's something that everybody doesn't necessarily believe. And I know for me, like I gotta know that you believe that you are a star. And it puts a fire in me. So that's like number one. And it's okay if you aren't there yet. It's okay if you aren't there yet, but you gotta know that you are a star. You have confidence and determination to go after your dreams. So I did not mean to get emotional, but I understand what the feeling is, and so I I just want that for you. I want you to feel it first. I'll say that. You have confidence and determination to go after your dreams. And no, it's not easy, but you just possess that already. You work extremely hard and you execute when given direction. So being just, like I'm a go get it done, even when it's not the most convenient, or it's like it's not the most opportune time, or it's just a lot. I'm going to get it done, right? And you are an action taker. I like people that are super driven, and you're like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to make it happen. And you do your part, and then everything else kind of falls into place. So you got to be an action taker. And you have talent and skills that need to be shared with the world. So a lot of times you might be this super dope performer and dancer, and you just really haven't had the chance to be seen, or like get the opportunity to like get connected or get in the room and all that. And so you just need help, right? He was like, I need somebody. So those are like the criteria. I'll say that it doesn't seem like that's a lot, but you will be surprised on some of these things that some people may not necessarily be there quite yet. Okay, so prerequisite to submit for KK Talent Brand Agency is you have enrolled or completed KK Platinum Industry Career Coaching Program for dancers. This is required to submit for the agency. Before I did this, I was like, no, I don't think that they should have to do the program, because they might be really dope, and what I'm saying, that should be good enough. And I literally yesterday was like, no, I don't want to lower my standards of what I think is exemplary and showcases what I feel is representative of me. And the only way I could literally say I wholeheartedly have faith and trust is that I know you've been trained under me beyond dancing or beyond dance steps, and you have actually been through the program. And this is a different type of coaching program because it is a 8-week program. It is a commitment, not just to me or to, what I'm saying, the program is really a commitment to yourself. I want to see how committed you are first to you before I sign you, or I, say, hey, I'm about to submit you to all my folks and all my peoples and all my friends that got gigs and jobs. And I want to make sure you committed to yourself first. And for me to do that, I have to spend time with you in a setting that is allowing me to make sure you are getting the information. Much like you would have to do to get a driver's license. Okay, let's just say a driver's license. You're not about to get your license until you have been in somebody's driving school or permit program, and you get your test and you pass, and then you get your license. Much like you would be going to school to get your degree. You got a professor that's going to teach you and tell you all the things that you're going to need so that when you get up out of here, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go out here and work and kill it, make your money and do all of the things. I feel the same way. I think that there is a privilege to be able to actually be signed and all that, because what you're saying is like you are ready to work with any and everybody, or you have reached a point in your career that is like established. And yeah, I'm out here, and yes, I'm still going to be learning, but I got everything I need to like, I'm good. And I was like, they ain't got to go through program. And then I said, no, they do though. And it does not mean that you're not working or nothing like that. It ain't that. I think for me personally, this is something that I am requiring because I just feel the importance of it, and I know how much it's going to impact you. I know how much you're going to be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I remember when she said, it's those moments. So that is a requirement to submit for the agency. The others are, if you have at least 2 of these of the following, like you completed the KK Platinum online course for dancers in the KK app. You attended the room a minimum of 2 times. You've been trained by me or taken several of my classes I've taught over the years. And you have worked on at least 5 professional jobs, such as a music video, live show, tour, TV, or film. Any job is fine. These are all like just kind of like, I would say like prerequisites that's in addition to, and you have a strong referral, let's say from like a working choreographer, creative director. I definitely will take heed to someone that is super established in the industry and they are recommending you to, what I'm saying, for me to look at or for the agents to look at. And then if you meet the criteria and prerequisites to submit for KK Talent Brand Agency, you will be able to apply in 2024, August 2024. The official date will be announced at the beginning of August. And just so you understand, if you meet all of that, like let's say, yeah, I did the program and I did all the things, that's great. You good. You're pretty much, what I'm saying, able to submit or apply. It will include audition tape or an in-person audition. And that will be it will be explained a little bit more in depth later. You will have a social media content audit, meaning we will actually be going over your page, through your page to see what it looks like. Headshot, resume, bio. These are all basic one-on-one dance one-on-one things that I am going to require. I'll say that. I require this. This isn't like, oh, I have the options to have this stuff. No, you have to have this in order to work well, period. But in order for me to be able to present you in the best light and best opportunities, these are some of the things that I require for you to have to be a part of the agency. And then I definitely will be doing interviews. It'll be in person or virtual. And like I said, dance reel on there. And then it'll just be like a completed and signed application. So some of y'all I know are like, well, I ain't there yet. I need to start now. What is this program you're talking about that I need to do? Because I have not heard of it. So Kiki Casting's Platinum Career Coaching Program for Dancers 2.0. It is set to start in the fall. And a quick overview of that. It's just a training program. It's 8 weeks. We do 3 coaching calls per week. It's a private student community. We get I have guest industry career coaches. You have technical support implementing the program. You get access to coaching calls and extras included, but not limited to job hiring opportunity with all of the above, job submissions, referrals. So the thing with this is that you literally can be in the program and start working. And it's great because you'll be able to kind of like fall into place in the process of possibly getting signed to the agency. The idea is that it's a funnel. The goal is I want to sign as many dancers as possible, especially if you have been through the program and you understand and you're ready to work. If you do not meet the criteria and or prerequisite and want to enroll in KK Platinum Career Coaching Program today, I'm going to put a link shortly into the chat so that you can begin enrollment. There are a few options at discounted rate. So I wanted to do it's been like 4th of July, obviously, but I did a discounted rate. This program is regularly priced at $14.97, and that's still too cheap, but it is a 8-week coaching program that is super like in depth in regard to what it all entails. It's through my coaching program, through the app. You will actually be doing the program online, like there's an online course, and then there's also, we do live Zooms 3 times a week. And it is inclusive of all the things that I just spoke about, but also you will be doing Dancepreneur Collective. And it's just a way to like literally get your foot in the door and get started. But also I believe in training and like not on the job training, but like in real time training. Like, okay, you're actually on the job right now. And so let's, hey, this is what you need to be doing. This is what you don't need to do. This is what's going to happen. I need you to make sure you got this. And it's like in real time, I'm coaching you, but also you're working. And, you know, clearly with the jobs that are happening now from television and film, a lot of this stuff is like, you know, you get the opportunity to get it back really quickly. So how to start your career now and not later, be the next KK Platinum success story. And again, you know, this is, you have the option. It's going to be like an 8 to 12 week platinum career coaching program. These are some of just the bonuses of what the app is inclusive of. It does include 2 months free membership at KK Studios. You know, you get to shoot and stuff like that. And again, you'll be the first to be submitted, hired, and booked directly for different jobs. And so because I wanted to do something special for everybody that has not done this program and you are trying to get started and you want to like, okay, hey, I know I need this information. And even if you don't want to necessarily get signed, you can actually enroll today up until July 7th. And this is the rate, $497 to enroll into the program. I'm going to shortly put it into the link into the group chat so you'll have the link and you can make whatever arrangements you need. But you can also DM Platinum or Fall 24 on Kiki Casting's Instagram or the KK Talent Brand Agency Instagram. Or you can visit this website and then just click on the Kiki's coaching program. So this rate is only exclusive to people that are actually in this group that's watching or that is in this Zoom at this rate. It will not be this amount after the 7th. I'm gonna tell you that right now. so I wanted to do a special discounted rate for dancers, and I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. But at the same time, I just know how quickly things will all of a sudden shift and, you know what I'm saying, get into the alignment of what you're needing right now. And the cool thing that we will be doing with this program 2.0 version is beginning this fall, you will actually have quarters, right? So if you want to start immediately, the first quarter 1 is August 4th through September 29th, you can enroll and you can start then. Let's say you like, well, I really want to start in October because, you know what I'm saying, I have my life together by then. You can still start October 6th, just your rate would not, your rate will go up if you wait. I'll say that. You can join at any time, whenever you feel like, but the price would not be at that price by then. So these are the 4 quarters that you can enroll. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. So these are your options for enrollment. And you can, the idea is that even if you wanted to do quarter 1 and quarter 3, okay, you can enroll 2 times. You can enroll as many times as you want. I have students that have done this program 2 and 3 times. And I think it's a test, and it shows. I can tell why. Like it works. They're like killing it, okay? Killing it. So yeah, you can do either quarter. There will only be 4 quarters. So the goal is to get started ASAP. I don't suggest people waiting because if you wait, it's just for some reason it never happens. And you know, sometimes the devil will get in your head and say, oh, you can do that later, and then later comes and it's gone. So I'll say that. But these are different ways you can also start your career now and not later. Actors Access let me tell you, go ahead and get on there and sign up because you can be getting submissions for acting opportunities. Download our app. We have so many features on there. Dancepreneur Collective, you can join for $27 a month. We are talking about entrepreneurship. If you're trying to figure out how do I even get into social media, I have an ebook. It's Step Up Your Content Game, social media for dancers. You can join the 8-week program. You can do an online course for dancers, Dancepreneur Collective. And then we have the studio that's available to you and the room. The room is what I do every other month. The next room will be happening. Well, the next room that's happening is already sold out, but the room after that will definitely be in August. So as soon as you see me, hey, Volume 9, like go ahead and enroll and sign up. And those are limited to a certain number of people per room. So as soon as you see it, go ahead and do it. And that is little Kiki saying, don't put your dreams on hold. I can look at this picture. It looks like my daughter, Kennedy Dream. And she would tell me to keep going and to don't ever give up and don't let anybody tell you that it is impossible. She would say to you that the sky is limitless. Actually, it's not the limit, but it is limitless, and there's so much more to be done. It's going to be very hard and it's not going to be easy, but you have a different level of strength and power in you that you possess, and it is your goal to go out here and show the world and share your gifts and talents. And if somebody is in place to help you do that, make sure you tap in ASAP. ASAP. And yeah, so that pretty much concludes my long presentation, but I honestly wanted to make sure that I was deliberate in my information. I am a strong advocate of making sure that people are clear and understand what it is that that you are offering, or that, what it's about. And as much as I can, obviously, a lot of people don't get this type of interaction with me because you might not be in the community directly, but my goal is to grow and build that. And so that we all are a group of like-minded individuals, but also super insightful. You understand the business of the industry, and you are super aware of all of the things that's out there for you. So I'm a little, I get a little long-winded, but I promised myself I wouldn't do that tonight. So cool. All right. So let me, there will be people coming in at the same time. So let me figure out how to do this. All right, cool. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys. Okay, cool. All right. So this is Q&A, and this does not have to be relative to just, the program or anything or everything that we even talked about. It can be, I don't care. I mean, it's my goal is to be transparent and as clear as possible, especially if you are somewhat new to the industry, or you're a little like, hey, I heard about this, but I'm not sure what to do, how to do it. You can ask questions, and then I will probably limit the questions to, let's do one per attendee until, everybody has gone through. And then, and if you do have any questions after, again, I'll answer them. So, okay, cool. Okay, we'll start with Mani.
Hi.
Hey.
How y'all doing today? I have two things. One, super excited about this call because that helped put a couple of things in perspective, and it really gave me some good ideas. So I was excited to write those notes for myself. So thank you. But the question that I do have is, even though if I know that you are based in Atlanta, but is it cool that people are from out of state if they're signed, and will there still be opportunities to still participate in the agency out of state?
Yes, very good question, and I'm so glad you asked. Yes, there are no restrictions in your location and where you live. My only hiccup with that will be if I submit you for something, well, prior to submitting you, I will always check your availability and where you located. Because a lot of dancers that I booked on stuff, they were not in Atlanta. So be happy about that. They don't necessarily have to be in Atlanta for certain opportunities. You do not have to be here. But I will say that if I'm like submitting you for a job, or there is somebody that is requesting your availability and I check your bill and you say you're available, and let's say you have to work as a local, just being understanding what that means. Like you might have to fly somewhere to get the job or work on the job, and that still doesn't guarantee, getting it. And that includes auditions, not just the actual job itself. So but no, I think that talent is everywhere, so I would never say you have to live in Atlanta to be a part. Now, the upside of that, I will definitely admit, would be that you are located here, and if there's something that's happening in real time, like right now, I'm going to definitely I'm going to hit everybody, but I'm also going to know who is in town, who lives wherever. And it's not always in Atlanta either. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, LA, they had some stuff popping off and they had to work as locals. So yeah, so it doesn't matter. And I'm not like discriminating against if you don't live in Atlanta. I thought it was a hand after this, but I think I lost it. Oh wait, did I? Did somebody have their hand up before? Or don't be scared either. I
I'm trying to
okay.
raise my hand. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. You know what? Because they have new features, and honestly, I probably wouldn't know either. So it's okay. And it's okay if it's out of order. I'm not tripping. But go ahead, Candace.
So, okay. So if I join the program now, the next time it starts is in August for quarter one, and then would I be able to submit later on after this first round for the agency?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally, ideally, it would be right after, because it's just 8, it's just 2 months. You know what I'm saying? It's not like real school.
Yeah.
Like 2 months goes by so fast. You like, dang, it's over. And honestly, sometimes it goes a little longer. I say 2 months, but it really be like 10 weeks. That I end up doing it with with these each section. That's just because is the amount of information that is like, being taught and experience. It just lends itself to go a little longer. But and to be honest, it's never ending. It's not like you do the program and then you're done. And
Yeah.
it's more of I did this part. Okay. So now what's the next part for me?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's not a even I mean it's not just I do it and then I get signed either. It's
Right.
like there may be work that still has to be done after the program that we haven't gotten to yet. And my goal is that I want you polished and ready versus getting ready. And if
Mhm.
getting ready is going to be longer than 8 weeks, or, I might need a year. I might need a year to get ready
Yeah.
to work. And not to say that you're not going to work, but like to the degree that you were saying you want to work, it's going to take a little time. So there is no rush. There is no, it's like, oh my God, I'm not going to work unless I'm done. No, like you could literally work today. You know what I'm saying? And not be signed.
Yeah.
It's like that doesn't dictate what you're going to do, but I can see dancers that started 2 years ago and where they are now, and I can see the growth it took the two
Yeah.
years. And so it's like, yes, you still need that time to like develop. And that is never ending. I am still developing. I am even in my 23 years, I'm still developing where I'm at in my career. So if you can kind of wrap your head around that part and knowing like I'm committing to the journey, then it makes sense. Like, oh shoot, okay, well, let's just get started. What am I waiting on? So,
Yeah.
but normally it would be that 8 week, and then after that, yes.
Okay, that was my fear. Like if I wanted to keep preparing myself beforehand, would it be too late?
No, 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 no. Nope.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome. Shakivia.
Hey, Kiki.
Hi.
So my question is, so with the prerequisite, you're saying that you have to complete the coaching program as well as the 2 requirements out of the following in the list, correct?
Yeah. And then
Okay.
one of the 2 is the online course, which you would be doing in the program. So it's really like one of the other ones. The thing that with the online course, that is an option. Like, let's say you're like, hey, let me just start with the online course, which is half off right now too. But like, you're like, hey, let me just start on the online course. I don't know if I'm ready to commit to 8 weeks, but I can, based on my life right now, I can start the online course. That would
Okay.
be one of the things that's already done, but you would actually still be doing that when you are enrolled in the program because that's a part of it.
Okay. Well, I have another question too, along with that. As far as like, because I looked at the link and it had like the different payment options.
Yeah.
Let's say if we're not able to do like Klarna or Affirm and all that, do you allow like us to, I guess, manually like make payments to you? Like, you have another way of us doing that, or is that the only way?
So, as of now, I don't. And honestly, I haven't really thought about it because initially, well, the payment options that are there, they are through third party, which is great because I definitely I literally got some of my stuff through Klarna, you know what I'm saying? So it's a great option to use when you are doing like certain type of investments into yourself. I have not set it up that way for this program for this rate because it's really low. And it's like, it's better for you to just try to figure out, even if it's like the Klarna situation, to figure out how to make that work. I can't break up that amount of money into more than one payment. If it was now, if you were paying a little bit more, then yes, that would be something that we would have as an option. But as of now, I don't have that way. Now you can email me and maybe we have a conversation and I'm willing and open to hear that. And you know what I'm saying? So, but as of now, no. But
Okay, cool. Thank you.
but let me tell you, it's also funny because it's also like, okay, let me see how, you know what I'm saying, how bad you really want it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But like just in life in general, people will tell you, okay, yeah, nah, this ain't, this is it, and then that's it. Versus like I'd be like, yo, I gotta figure out what I need to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I've seen that happen with dancers, like when it comes to, certain jobs or like, no, Sid's on here. Sid is a great example of that. I ain't mean to put you on the spot like that, but she's done the program and she's been working and everything, right? But she's a great example of like, hey, so like this is a situation, like what can we? Because that's how I am. I'm that type of person. I'm not that like, that ain't me. But she was very like, hey, okay, I'm being the class, or hey, I'm see you, okay, you gonna like it was that, and so it makes me like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? You wanted that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just a life lesson. It's not necessarily, it has to do with this thing, but it just reminding me of, I'm telling you this, but I'm also like, yeah, but like I do want hungry dancers. I do want like like I'm trying to figure this out and what I need to do. Like that matters to me. I'm not that type of person, or what I'm saying, that's how I run my business anyway. But yeah, but as of now, no.
Okay. Cool. Got you.
Hey Chris.
Yo, what's going on? Kiki.
Man, you better put that camera on.
I'm sorry, I was getting dressed this whole time. Hey, I just wanted to I ain't had no question or nothing. I just wanted to come on here and show you some love, Kiki.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey Chris.
What's
Hey
going
now.
on with you?
Hey now.
Now I can attest to everybody, you know, to Kiki, everybody in this chat that what she's saying is true. It's been like 10 years and she has taught me a lot just in my growth coming up. And yeah, we did a lot of work together. And I really just wanted to come on here and show you some love, Kiki. And I appreciate everything that you do and continue to do. Congratulations on everything.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, just keep pushing.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, come on, you playing too.
I got you.
Yeah, email me now. Come on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be texting you soon.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's come on with time. I got you. Imani, you back around for a second one, or are you still up? Your hand's still up.
I did. I had a question. I had one more
Okay.
question. Okay. For the scheduling call, is this a new call or is this like the first like initial like interview call or like a meeting?
Oh no, this is like if you've never done the program and you don't have no clue what I'm talking about, and you just want to ask a couple of questions. It's that.
Okay. I do. And I actually will be emailing you too. I have something to tell you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Taylor.
Hi. Oh, is
Hey.
it my turn? Me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Admin tone. I need you to, when you get out this call, go on your oh, you're on your iPhone. Never mind.
I'm gonna fix that.
Okay.
I'm gonna fix it. I really wanted to wait until I got in the program, but it's on my heart. How do you navigate between having a career and a business? I think my biggest struggle right now, because I went the business route first, I feel like it's taking over my page and my life. I know I've seen you made a post the other day, like, you want to be booked? Tell us that on Instagram. And I feel like I'm kind of like sunken in my business. And I
Yeah.
feel like away.
Yeah, just create another page that's about dance. That is your profession, so that you aren't only promoting your business. Okay, so I have another page that's for my dance career, so that you just literally post all your dance content on there, because that is your resume. That's your visual resume. So there's no more, hey, here's my headshot. And nah, they want to see your Instagram.
Got you.
So you gotta have it. There's no getting around it. There's no options anymore.
Yeah, a dance page.
Yeah, just a dance page.
Got you.
Mhm.
Got you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, hey, y'all better ask the questions, cause you know what I'm saying.
I got a question.
Okay.
Hey,
What?
hey.
I
I'm
can't do
sorry.
the name.
I'm in bed. I'm sick. This is Charm. Hey.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to have your photo on the thing, so at least we know who we're talking to. But
Oh my God.
everybody get a pass tonight.
Okay.
The ones that
So my question was, do you know what times the meetings will be during the day? Because as a dancer, I still train every night or try to train every night. So I don't want nothing to like clash, even though this is really important. But like, no, don't make that face at me.
what are you talking about?
Like for the 8-week program.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I train every night. Do you? You only dance train? That's it?
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
no. Yeah, that's the problem. There's more than dance training.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what the 8 weeks will be about. You will be training in another way. Like
Okay.
yeah, it's in the evenings, and they're all recorded. So even if you can't make the call, you will be able to watch it in the actual app. So all of the video recordings you will watch via like how we are in Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say, okay, tonight I'm teaching, I can't make class. That's totally fine. You will be able to watch the actual recording back anytime. You can take your headphones, you can be at the gym, you can take a walk, you can be in your car and listening to what the session was. But my goal, and honestly, I tell the students that do the program, I need you to dedicate 8 weeks for yourself. It's not really for, yeah, still train, you know what I'm saying? But it's only on Monday night and Wednesday nights. And then on Sundays, there's Dancepreneur Collective. And each of those sessions are only an hour and a half. So the longest is two hours. So it's, it doesn't take up so much. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's nothing. And in the in-between, Tuesdays, there's no class. And in the in-between, there's more, you'll be working through your app, like in the online course.
Okay. All
And
right.
it goes
Thank
by
you.
so fast. It's literally like over in 8 weeks.
Got you.
It's gonna help in those training.
I know. Thank you.
You're welcome. Kayla, did you have another question or? No. It's okay. Hi,
No.
Chanel. No worries. Okay, can I see? Oh, hey.
Hey Kiki, how are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for doing this. I definitely am going to do the program. So excited. It's gonna be a birthday gift to myself. My
Very
birthday is
good.
August 5th. So
Yeah.
also I just want to let everybody know that Klarna, like when it's a big amount, like a bigger amount, they let you spread it out. So over the 12, I think over 6 months or over 12 months. So just in case for those who are kind of like, oh, I don't know if I can do the 4 payments, that is an option. Reason why I know that because I'm doing it now for my poll at home and I'm paying it over the 12 months. So yeah, that's just an option for you. So I don't really have much to say, Kiki, because I'm going to do it. Like you already sold me and I already wanted to train with you for a very, very long time. And I do, the room and,
Okay.
and your pockets in and out. So this is just a promise to myself. And, I talk to you so much about the things I'm trying to do and things I want to do. So this is literally a promise to myself. So, but yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And thank you so much for shedding those thug tears, on this one. Kiki.
Yeah,
Thing,
I was
girl.
like, oh no, I am not supposed to be.
Girl, just let the water flow, girl.
It's honestly been an emotional week, and it has nothing to do with me. I think it's really just been just witnessing, the transformations and just things that are kind of happening, even within my vicinity, but just I be happy for people that I don't even know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can imagine their story or what they have gone through to get there. And I just think that it touches me. And so yeah, and then
I feel you.
This past week it's been crazy.
Yeah.
It's been crazy.
Yeah.
And it's a great time for dancers, just, feeling like, I feel like we finally are being heard. It just took it took a huge moment, like Victoria Monet coming on BET Awards. And like, I think that Sean, like that was like the stepping stone and like the foot in the door and like cracking that shit wide open for us. All like we all behind, like let's go, y'all. Like come on. I'm like, y'all, hey, come on, y'all. I need everybody to get it together because they talking about money. They're talking about why should we be getting more money? So why should we be getting more money? Let's show them.
Exactly.
If you don't know what you're doing, you are looking crazy. They're gonna be like, well, nah, we can't. Why are we paying them? Versus,
right, exactly.
Nah, we got this. We ready. We've been trying to tell y'all forever. So so now is the time. Now is the time. But yeah. So yeah, I just got a little emotional.
It's okay, girl. Let it out. But I'm not gonna take too much because people probably got their hands raised. But again, thank you so much. I love you so much.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Bye.
Hi, Phoenix.
Hi, good evening. Hi, everybody that's on. I did have I had 3 questions, but I'll wait until it's my turn again to answer the other ones. I did hear someone speak about having more than one page. So when it comes to, I wanted to know your opinion when it comes to actual content creation. So I dance, but I also am getting into content creation as far as just being a influencer / content creator. Do you recommend having separate pages as a dancer with that. Just because I've noticed that, of course, my dance life, like the people that I follow, they're into my dance content,
Yeah.
not so much my content creation content. So just trying to see what that would look like.
I guess it depends. What type of content creation is it like that you like kind of focus on?
So a little bit of everything, so lifestyle, fashion, makeup, just anything I could touch.
I would be showing you ways to like blend it because all the things you just named is creative, and that was to me lend itself into dance. I mean, you can always do a page if you want that's just lifestyle and fashion and makeup and all that. That's cool, and then just figure out ways. But as a dancer, we do still want to see aspects of your life that's not just dance. So I do want to see your lifestyle. I do want to, oh shoot, you do makeup. Like, oh, okay. I don't mind seeing that. I just think that when we go way left with a business that really doesn't like fit into the world of dance or content creation, then that's when it kind of gets weird. But there's always a way to balance it out. And then I always tell everybody like a lot of stuff doesn't have to live on your page either. You can do your post about lifestyle, whatever, and then maybe after a week or two, you just archive it. So if you really want more dance stuff on there, that's what really lives on the page. But other than that, I don't think I mean, what you named as far as content, that's what I want to see that. And then the content creators that the brands, they want to see the dance. So we're going to show everybody and it's fine. Everybody's still going to love it. So I wouldn't necessarily like separate it until you just like, okay, I really want to do more of just this. And then maybe you just create a page that is about, you as a digital creator.
Okay, understood.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I'll let you give another one in.
Okay. My second one, and I'll tie both of them together. So, what would you recommend, or what would be your advice for someone who is older? I feel like I started my dance career super late after everyone, and I've lived life. I work in the corporate field. I've done a lot of things, so I feel like I'm so far behind with training. What would you be, or what would advice you give to people like us, right? Adulting.
Yeah, no. Well, you look super young, so I'm gonna just say that first. And then there is I always tell this that there is no expiration date on your dreams or what it is that you're saying you want to do. So as soon as you get that out of your head of like, oh my God, I'm too old, or it's too late, or I should have started earlier, or everybody's younger, blah, all that. As soon as you get that out your head, then you can really like step into what it is that you are destined to do. For sure, I started late. Well, I started after college, 2 years after. Like, and then it took me a year and two to like get it together. So I started late, but also I understood like age does not matter. I promise you, you can really do it as long as you say you want to do it. I mean, y'all, they're like grown folks that's about to hit the road and kill the game. You know what I'm saying? Like they are still traveling and working with artists. TV and film is forever. Okay, so I can do a two-step when I'm 80 in a movie. You know what I'm saying? So there is no limit or age discrimination when it comes to that, except for the one you say it is. If you tell yourself, okay, it's too late for me or I'm too old, then yeah, then it's too late. But if I say, if I really want to go out here and get it, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna figure out, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna get my body right, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get in shape, whatever. I'm gonna work to do it, but there is not a age limit. So I met a dancer in the mall that's currently on tour. She's like, I know she's in her 40s and she was still touring, I think, with like Earth, Wind, and Fire. And just saying, yeah, I'm about to hit the road. Yeah. Exactly. You know how long she been hitting the road? Like what? Right. So yeah, like nah, it's out here for the getting. So it ain't too late, I promise. It's something out here. So long as you know that, hey, just know it's there. Yeah, there is no age limit.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody else? Ask now or forever hold your peace. Hey, Sid.
Hi. And it's really funny that you called me out because I was thinking about when I'm texting you once this is all over. It's not more so a question, it's actually based off of what you just said. Like I didn't know that your timeline of like in terms of when you started. So that actually like made me feel like a little bit more at ease because I feel like in the age that we are, it's like a lot of the next generation of dancers, they're coming in. And so I feel like I'm being pushed out, but then
Oh no.
yeah, but then you just saying like what you said, and it just gave me like a better perspective and it put me at a little bit more at ease because I know what I'm doing. And yeah, so I'll be texting you later. And I just want to tell you that I love you and you're amazing. And I just want to keep telling you you're amazing.
Love you too. Yeah, y'all, like I can't stress it enough. I really can't. I'm not even about to. I can go down a whole matrix talking about it, but we got to know how this works. If I had time, I could tell you how, if you could just see the path and what it really is, and not think what you see in front of you. Like I need you to see 5 years from now. That's what we're trying to get to, not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Not even next month. Not even January 2025. No, I need y'all like 5 years out. You know what I'm saying? So like we have signed up for this. I don't really care about who's coming in, who's going out, none of that. Like this is where I'm at right now. And so this is how we have to look at it. But that is definitely my word of advice. If you don't talk to me after this live, or I don't connect with you for whatever reason after, I just want you to know that that is something that you need to understand. This is not for tomorrow. This is for where I'm trying to be in 5 years from now. And then what does that look like for me, and how can I begin my journey? Okay, my journey might be I got to take 8 weeks out of my life and path to dedicate to learning more about this business that I'm saying I want to be in. I'm saying I want to be a professional and I want to dance and tour and do all of the things. Okay, maybe I need to take out this time. Some of y'all that's already done the program, okay, now this is what I need to dedicate this part of my journey to, yada yada yada. Like it's so much. It's so much. There's so much work to be done. And so we all have to work every day. But yeah, it's just getting started. Yeah, you did it in January. It is July. we still at work, okay? And you've been working. Yeah, that part.
And that's why I'm getting back into the program so I can keep working.
You know what I'm saying? Like you've been working. So, the work continues. The work physically for myself continues, and me getting to another job, because the job is work. Okay, cool. But like what on that job am I learning and getting better at so that I can continue to get, more jobs and all that. Because it's still a learning. It's not, I don't want y'all to get confused on you do the program and then you just start working and then everything is like done. And you just working. No, 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 it's still learning. It is still information that is still being taught. You know what I'm saying? You're just in a different environment. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. I'm gonna just say that. Period. I can keep going over and over again. This is why I had to have an agency in place to do it, because you can go to school forever. There's always learning, but then once we start working, like we working, and then we getting the information still while we're working. While we at work, you getting information. So we know what we doing. Hey, you at work, okay, so here's some more. That's the goal. And we see this thing. I want to see it in 20 years. I want to see you on tour. I want to help get you there. I want to, you know what I'm saying? What does that look like for me? So yeah, I know, I get it. You good? Yes. Hey, Jaylene.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay, so I got one question. When I was looking at, when we were talking about the prerequisites, when you said the 5 professional videos, just to clarify, are those like the SAG jobs, the ones that we do, like, or is that just any professional setting of like doing what is it, meant in those?
The criteria, I would say, yes, it definitely, I would say like television, film, like those are SAG-AFTRA jobs. But then when it comes to the artist, if the art, I would say artists that they don't have to be signed or anything like that, because they can be independent, but the level of production. So meaning, am I on a set and there is like a director, there's a DP, there's lights, there's like gaffers, there's, it's like crew, and you are on a set and they're feeding you, and there's a crafty, and there's like lunch, and it's choreographer, and like all of that is considered professional. You at that point, you in a professional setting. So yes, that would be considered a professional job. Not TikTok and not, we shooting this little visual, not that type of, that's not that it's not professional, but I want you to get in the setting of like working with artists when it comes to like music video and stuff like that. And then same, even like live shows, as long as the artist is involved when it comes to the live show aspect, those what I consider professional. And then of course you could just show me and tell me and I'll tell you, oh yeah,
yeah. Okay. Well, love you.
I'm gonna require that. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I would require that anyway.
Okay. Well, love you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
See you soon.
Yes. Yes. Any other questions? Ask now. Ever hold your peace. It's too many of y'all to not have no questions, so everybody good. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Let me go in the chat. I know some of y'all probably can't come on. My bad. Where does the program start? If you sign up today, it starts August 5th. That's going to be the first day. You will actually get way more stuff before that. I'll say that. But it officially starts August 5th and it runs the 8-week. But I will be in touch prior to that. You will kind of get like a lot of information, emails, stuff like that I will have for you. But yeah, it officially starts August 5th. And then the next one, I think, is like October 7th. Don't quote me on that. I feel like those are the dates. I'll resend that. I'll post it so people know the options for when you want to enroll on the different quarters that are available. What else? Oh, let me go back in. Sorry. If you can't get on the mic and you have a question, please put in the chat. Or if it's a private question and you want to email it to me, you absolutely can do that. Just send it to the book at KK Talent. If this was great information for you, if you learned something and you're like, hey, awesome, just put in the chat scale of 1 to 5, 5 being 5 stars. 5 being a highest mark. I'm really honest. Like I want to know because I ain't assuming. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, girl, this was not it. 5, 5, 10. Okay. Yes. Yeah, this is not, this is, I'll say, yeah, this is pretty close to how the sessions are. We are, obviously, I was talking about a lot of stuff. I would never do that in a session. One session that we cover is we just talk about one thing, and it probably will take 2 nights to talk about it, and so that's kind of how the program works. So it's never going to be go over everything and no, like we go in depth. We deal with real time, which is always a great experience, especially when it's like if it's an award show or video or something. We're able to have those conversations. If you do enroll into the program, you do get 1 room for free, which is included. I mean, it's super discounted, you guys. You get a room for free to attend. And then after that one, you get it half off. I mean, it's a winner, which is one of the criteria to get signed to the agency. So I try to speed it up. Obviously, some of you guys have already been to the room, but maybe you've never done a program. Some of you guys have done the program, but you maybe haven't had a chance to get to the room. Whatever, those are some of the options. And then while you are in the program, you also are part of Dancepreneur Collective for that duration. And then after that, you can become a part of Dancepreneur Collective, and it's a $27 a month membership. And that is, I just need to do a whole nother live on that by itself, because it's real out here in these streets when it comes to dancers and the entrepreneur side, and just understanding the business and what all is going down in the DMs of dancers for jobs, and just the rates and money, and like just being informed as much as possible about you saying you want to do this as a career, but you don't know what the money is, makes no sense to me. And you saying you want to be a dancer and you don't have a business on the side that you are pursuing, because you are a business first. You dance and act and create and all that, but you have to have something else. We are multifaceted in all lanes. So Dancepreneur Collective is just that. We focus on the entrepreneur side of your careers. Everybody has to have a business so that the business is making money while you're dancing. Your job as a dancer can pay your business, and then your business pays you because you are the employee. And so that is something that needs to be taught. Nobody's teaching that because nobody's teaching it. It ain't, so we need to be doing that together. So Dancepreneur Collective, that is like a whole thing. So even if you don't do the program or the room, you can join Dancepreneur Collective and come once a week and start working on your business. From simple as starting your LLC, opening up bank accounts. Like a lot of these dancers that was in the program have started businesses. Like they have opened up bank accounts and EIN numbers, and they are creating income over there while they are pursuing their dance career. Like that, if I knew that when I was a dancer, Lord have mercy, I wish. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to wait 10, 20 years to start a business, because you're going to do it anyway. You're going to start a business. Some of y'all already have businesses. So let's talk about that. Let's create a community that we can help each other, questions that we might have, information that we can share with each other, because we all we got. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. We are all we got, because nobody's out here to save us. Okay? Nobody's out here to save us. We got to save ourselves. So let's just have a group of people that are entrepreneurs and dancers, great creatives. I don't care what you do, edit, makeup, hair, you know what I'm saying? You do you know how to do other stuff that's outside of dance. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? I make wigs, I do clothes, I style, I do accounting. I don't know, I'm just naming stuff, but you have another skill. Okay, so let's figure out how to create that business, and let's do it collectively. So you are a dancer and you are an entrepreneur, dancepreneur. Awesome. So you can do that. That's bare minimum. And then download the app. Download the app and get in there. Get in the app, because there is dancers up in there. Hey, what you do? I do this. Okay, let's link up. I need somebody that know how to do this. You know how to make clothes, you do hair, you do makeup, you know how to make jewelry. I need somebody to help me. I'm trying to do this. Let's collab. Let's do this TikTok. Let's do this challenge. Let's tag. Let's start doing stuff together. You don't have to be out here alone by yourself. No, try to figure it out. No. So the app, you can just join in there. That's free. And you can go join into KK Plug and just introduce yourself. Hey, I'm in the community. I do photography. I model. I whatever, And then the studio, if you're in Atlanta, or if you're ever in Atlanta, pull up. That you can use the space to create content. Like I said, the idea is that there is no excuse. My goal is to exhaust all resources. Okay. I'm exhausting all resources to you to get to it. That's it. That's all, you know, so we can go out here and win big. I'm going to do my best and push myself and allow whatever opportunities that come my way, I want to share. And, you know, I do all of that. So I do that anyway. That ain't even a thing about being in the program and all that. I do that anyway. So having an agency has allowed me to just be more structural about it. And, you know, it's just more together. It's official, I'll say that. But yeah, so nobody has any other questions. Y'all got all the
I had my hand up, but I
okay.
put it down because
No,
I think I
go
might want to talk
ahead,
to
go
you
ahead.
after. Okay. How hypothetically speaking, like, as being an actress and things like that, do you ever come across like any like acting stuff? Are you open to expanding like those who 'cause I know like when you are signed to agencies, it has to be like I can't be signed to both obviously in the same region. So like what is the process like if you ever decided to expand it for actors who also dance and things like that? Is that ever an option or do you ever come across anything?
Yeah, the cool thing is
know.
right now, you know, because everything I'm operating and moving in just spirit and purpose. And so a lot of the things that in my mind I thought about, but I'm not going to be so like it has to be exactly like this for me to do it, you know. That is one lane that I absolutely want to make sure I have dancers in because I understand the importance of being in television and film, not just as a dancer, just for your career because I just know it does. I know what it does for dancers that have like transitioned into acting. It's like top tier. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, there's nothing else that compares, honestly, to me. So yes, my goal would be to be in theatrical, be in obviously commercial and print and all that kind of stuff. If you want to go ahead and enroll at the discounted rate for the 8-week program, that link is on there as well. On that page. And then if you want to do, if you're like, yo, I really need more than 8 weeks, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to use these next starting in August. Like I want 12 weeks to really dedicate to the program and to, you know, my process. Then you'll have that option as well. All of that is all discounted right now. Like I said, I'm purposely doing that just so, you know, sometimes you don't realize that that a lot of the things that you're saying you want, it literally starts to show up. And so I'm trying to get you there as fast as I can. And so that if there's a way that I can help make that happen, I will do it. My way is I just have discounted it, but I there's only so much discounting I can do because I know what's going to happen. I you know, it's like clockwork. But at the same time, because I was a dancer and I get it, you know, I'm like, trying to figure it out. Life is life. I get it. But this is my way of doing that. And so if you know, like, yes, I really want to just go ahead and get started, those are your options. The online course is on there as well. And it's like $190, like it's $200. And that course alone is just, it's so much information that you could really use and need. And it's cool because it's in the app and a lot of the stuff that we're doing obviously is digital and it's super savvy. If you on Instagram all the time, instead of being on Instagram, you can be in your app, you know, going through the modules and actually listening and watching a lot of the information that's there. I am a reinforcement of education when it comes to like just learning about the business. So the way I coach and teach, it's really for just you actually understanding versus like telling you what it is. And then you get out here and you're like, I don't really understand what's happening. Options, either the 8-week or the 12-week, or if you want to do an online course by yourself. And then everyone that has done the program, you've gone through it. Even some of you guys that, if you want to, like, I've had a lot of students, even from like the last month, they have re-enrolled just because they're like, I really want to do it again. And you're coming in a different person anyway. So you have that option if you say like, hey, I really want to do 2 semesters, cool. Or I want to do 12 weeks, those are, there's the options there for you. And then again, Dancepreneur is there. If you like, well, I just want to learn about business or I'm my entrepreneur for my business, then you can join that too. Whatever you need is there. It's got social media, ebook, Facebook group. We have a Facebook group. Join the like. There's literally no excuse for you to be saying, I don't know what to do, or I'm at home, or I don't have any resource. I'm running out of, and then the agency's coming. So, let's get to work. That's all I'm saying. Pick something and get to it. Period. That's where we at. So I do the room typically every other month. And if you aren't familiar with that, that is just a 2-day like training space in person that is, it's dance training, but it's also really preparing you to work with an artist or work on a project that's possibly a real thing. So we've done the room, and it has actually turned into a real job for dancers that have gotten hired and booked from the room, and they actually did the job. They actually was working with the artist. They actually are booked on a gig, doing a show, doing a video. But the room also is kind of curated for any dancer that has never worked with an artist. And so you're just like, oh my God, what's that experience like? How do I get ready if I get booked? I'm going to put you in that environment first. So you know how it's going to go down before you get over there. So if you're trying to work with a Jaquel, a Sean, a Jeremy, or like these top tier choreographers that you want to be in the room with, let's actually get some training of what that room going to feel like before you get in there. So you can get in there, stay in there, and asked to come back. Okay, we're not going to get in the room and then we don't know what's going on and then we don't get asked back. So the room is really, it's a real training space, as if you were going to class, but instead of going to class for those 2 hours, you about to get to the room for 8 to 10 hours for 2 days. And then that third day might be a real job, or that third day might be, I'm actually on set for the video, or the following week, I might actually be doing a live show. And so, again, thank y'all so much for coming in. I look forward to connecting to all of you at some point. And hopefully you can take something away with this. If I don't see you or meet with you in person, please know that this is just part of the course, and this is part of the journey. And please don't stop. Just keep going, no matter what it looks like, no matter how it feels. Don't stop. Keep going. And I love you guys. Bye.
Love
Have
you
a good
too.
night.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good week.
Bye, y'all. It's
Bye.
time to get signed, baby.